Just a quick video on how to do these last two problems that I couldn't fit on the last video. Again, ask the questions of what are the steps to undo? Like for 46, if you look at it, I only have to undo the cosine. But if you look at number 56 here, I have to get cosine by itself first, and then I'll undo the cosine with a cosine inverse. But to do that, I'm going to have to subtract the 3, divide by the 4, and then the cosine inverse. So I can visualize the steps that I need to take to get there. So let's try this one. Subtract the 3, divide by the 4, and then cosine inverse would be the steps to get out of here. If I subtract the 3, excuse me, that was written poorly. If I subtract the 3 on both sides, we'll get to there. No more 3 on the left, negative 3 on the right. Divide. And now I'm looking for a cosine answer where I input an angle or a radian, and I get negative 3 over 4 for the x coordinate. There is no unit circle answer for that. So this is where I need to use the calculator to solve, and we will round to 2 decimals on this. So my last step is to go to the calculator and do cosine inverse on the negative, use negative 3 divided by 4. And I'm going to get the 2.41 answer. Now let's do 2.42 to round. So 2.42 is my first answer. So 2.42 is my first answer. But where am I on the unit circle? Where is the other answer? So this is the answer that stayed in the domain of the top half. And so if I was to estimate where I was, let's take the x coordinate and go negative 3/4. It would be right around there. Okay, now I've got to figure out where is the other answer for the other triangle down here that gets me to there. That's my next part. So to get the answer that's down here, got to be a little clever here. It's not too difficult math-wise, but you got to see the way we connect it. So if I if I go all the way around to the halfway point, that's where pi is. So if I go across the top half of the circle, that's where pi is. This terminated angle went 2.42. So this distance here went 2.42, and if it went all the way to pi, it would have finished it off. So I need to know the difference between pi and 2.42, and then I am just going to add that number onto pi to get to the next length down there, so down here. So again, I'm going to get the difference between our answer of 2.42 and pi, and then I'm going to add that length to pi to figure out where my terminating angle is down there. So let's use a calculator for this one. Okay, and let's see. I need to take my pi. I need to know how far I have to go to get, if I went 2.42, I think it was 2.42. Let me double check. Yeah, 2.42. So if I take pi minus the 2.42, I'll get this little leftover part right here, Great. So let's get that answer. Okay, some 0.72 decimal, that's fine. Now I'm going to take the 0.72 decimal and I'm going to add it to pi. So I'm going to be on the circle going all the way around. I go halfway around the circle. My radian, my theta is pi, and now I'm going to take my theta and add on that 0.72 to pi. So I need second pi plus, instead of typing that answer up, I'm going to be clever here and use the second ANS, that's the second negative button there, and it'll give me the exact answer I'm looking for. So this as well, it's approximating because it is an irrational number. So it looks like the answer we're looking for, rounded to 2 decimals, is 3.86. I want to show you how this answer checks, why I have it on the screen here. So let's just check the answer that we have here. Again, I'm going to use that ANS trick. So if I do 4 cosine of this answer plus 3, it should kick out 0. 4 cosine, again, use the second negative symbol, so it puts the previous answer in there like a variable. And then I'm going to add 3, and this should be 0. Close to 0. Now, why did that not kick out 0 perfectly? Because even this answer up here is an irrational number, and it had to terminate it somewhere, and that's why it's slightly off right here. But that's our 2 answers for this one. So let me finish typing that in. So our answers were not only 2.42, but the one on the other side was a theta of 3.86, at least rounded approximately. Again, same idea for 46 here, except just do cosine inverse is the only thing we have to do on both sides. So theta is equal to cosine inverse of 0.6. It's always good to visualize where you are on the unit circle. Sorry for my sloppy unit circle. So let's go 0.6 of the way in x coordinate, and we're going to get this angle. Ooh, and the one down there. So the one that's going to pop out on the calculator will be right here. Looks to be like maybe about 1/3 of pi, so about maybe 1 or so radian here. And let's take a look and see what the calculator says. So the calculator will say, okay, let me clear off this stuff. Try it again here. And we'll do cosine inverse of 0.6, cosine inverse of 0.6. Okay, and we're going to get like I said, about 1.92. Now the hard part here is where is the other one? Where is the other one? So this one's at approximately 0.92. I did not round that yet. I'm just kind of taking notes here before I put in boxed answers. And then I want to know where the other dot is down there. So wow, I could go all the way around and try to figure it out. Or maybe I could use this idea. If this length, remember radian is the length around the perimeter of a circle. This is the length of the part of the circumference here. So if this length is 0.92, then this reflected length is also 0.92. So the theta answer there, that's between 0 and 2 pi, will be where it finishes 2 pi, and then we're going to have to subtract the 0.92 to get that one. So 2 pi minus my previous answer again, which looking at it now would be rounded to 0.293. And there's our other answer. So we have 2 thetas between 0 and 2 pi. So roughly between 0 and 2 pi is about 6.28, right? So here's our 2 answers that should work. So we have theta for this one will be 0.93 to round to 2 decimals. And then the other one was, I lost it real quick, but 5.36. Cool. I hope this helps as the additional video. Good luck.